I'm a cannibal, please love me. Great person, IRL. Convinced me to take the day off work to come see Dap Goose. Dap Goose! Go outside, you probs know this, it's coming out next Thursday, in a week and 2 days. And to celebrate the release of it, instead of us doing just a couple signings that, you know, a couple hundred people can come to and it's nice, we decided instead we'd do an event that's like one of those like fan Q&A event things that they do for movies. You know, it's like a panel, it's like a Q&A, people tell some stories, it's like a fun little thing that's free to go to. It's just you buy a book and there's a £1 transaction fee, and then you just get to come to this event, and then we're filming it and putting it on the internet, and we're going to ask people questions on Twitter and Tumblr and Instagram, and then we're going to read them out at the event, and then I'm hopefully going to put it on my YouTube channel. We're doing one event in London and one event in LA. I'm swearing at you, I'm sorry, that's incredibly rude. Now the London event, I think it's already completely sold out, so I don't know, like you can check, if you go to my Twitter and just scroll down, will be there. Dap Goose. One's at the Hackney Empire, and one is at Vroman's Bookstore in LA. So especially LA, there is hope. If you want to come to this cute little thing, see me and Phil and Perm, and either search for Dap Goose or Vroman's, which is V Romans, presents the Dan and Phil Go Outside on stage event. So if you live in LA and you want to come see me and Phil IRL, oh my god, it's been a month in my whole life up until this last 3 weeks when this one YouTube Red thing was happening, and now it's over. Yeah, alright, shut up, really? Okay, I get it, it's fine. If you don't want to watch the stage show, don't worry. There'll be regular YouTube videos for the rest of time. Literally from now. Because the Tatanov thing, you know, it happened. It was this stage show thing that we've been working on for the last 2 years. You know, the biggest moment of mine and Phil's lives. Very excited for it and shared it with you, but, wow. So yeah, I might joke about that at the start of my next regular Dan Is Not On Fire video after this. So I'm just preparing you in case you're one of these people that's violently shitting. I don't know how you survived me not uploading anything for 2 months, if, you know, me uploading some Tabanov stuff for 3 weeks is making you shit, but, the next video that goes on Dan Is Not On Fire might be this Q&A, okay? So if you need to mentally prepare for that, the next video on Dan Is Not On Fire might be this Q&A thing. But after that, it's probably going to be an internet support group or something. Reasons why Dan's a fail. Or another anecdote about me spraying myself in the face. Probably not, because I think I need some time to recover. I think I used a lot of my year's anecdotes when I told that spraying myself in the eye thing. That was tragic. You know what I realised the other day? At the start of this year, I told you guys I did something really stupid to do with trains, and that maybe I needed some time to get over it, but I was going to talk about it on my side channel or whatever. I never did that, and I just realised it's nearly been a year, because that happened at Christmas. Does anybody else remember this at the start of this year, when I was like, oh my god, this really embarrassing thing, I might make a video about it on my side channel, and then I never did. Just remembered that. So let's see whether that's something I do, or if that just gets lost into the abyss. Who knows, it was pretty stupid. Give me a fic prompt so I can blame you. Dan wants to run away to the circus, but Phil doesn't, but, you know, out of respect, Phil comes with me, and then as we're learning a trapeze duet routine, Phil dies. And it's very, you know, then you get the Phil death scene, and then I have to go on being a lonely solo trapeze artist. and Markiplier's there. There you go. Enjoy that one. Can you say hoi to us, Timmies? Hoi. How are you doing out there? Why is Spanish Flea my go-to awkward humming song when I'm reading the chat? I don't know. I apologise for nothing. I just want a hi, please, said Alexis. Hi, Alexis. What are you doing? Yuri on ice, Yuri on ice, Yuri on ice, said Isabel. Yeah, the ice skating anime continues. It's okay. It's not, you know, the incredibleness that I thought it could be from the pilot. It is kind of like a silly, not rom-com. The thing is about gayness and Japan is that, unlike in Western society, where a lot of the, you know, correct media is accepting of different sexualities, in Japan, it's still seen as kind of weird. So you don't get any animes that have gay storylines that are just like regular dramas, because it's, in Japan, culturally, it's too weird. It's just like a fetish or like a weird kink. So you only get gay storylines in like porn animes that are like trashy. You don't get just like good regular dramas that just have like a casual lesbian relationship. And people are saying that's not true. It's rare. It's rare, okay? I know you're saying it's not true. What I'm saying, in a regular anime, there's no representation of any kind. It's specifically a gay anime. So what I'm saying about this ice skating thing is it's probably not going to actually be gay. It's probably just going to be homoerotic. You know, it's a weird one. So if you're holding out for the snog, you know, don't know what to say to you. You might just end up watching some ice skating for a month. So, you know, you need to think about that. Alice said, Alama, are you jealous? Nope. That's quite gross. I mean, llamas are cool. It's cool that you saw them, but being by a llama just seems quite horrifying. Thought on Westworld's use of music, said Zombie Envy. That's a good question. I think it's really good. I really love how in Tonk Bar they've got like Radiohead, No Surprises playing in the background. When something surprising happened, irony. Yeah, everything about Westworld is very good. I was saying this. It's a new HBO show called Westworld, and you should watch it because it's good. Speaking American Horror Story, and Evan Peters said, Anna, no spoilers, right? But if, you know, Evan Peters in the last episode, if he is only in it for 2 episodes after coming back, are you all going to shit? I think a lot of people are going to shit, but who knows? Probably or something. Yeah. So American Horror Story, that happened. What the? So in case you don't know, American Horror Story is a show that a lot of people like. If you don't mind spooky things, you should probably watch it because everyone talks about it. This season was weird because it was like a weird style where they were just doing like a spoof documentary and then dramatically reenacting it. So you didn't feel like anything was actually happening because you were just watching a dramatic reenactment, and everyone's like, okay, this is cool and it's different. A couple of the things are like generic horror, so it's not very original and it's like kind of okay, but the main criticism is that because everything's a dramatic reenactment, it has no real drama because you don't think the characters are actually in any danger. There's going to be a plot twist at some point, but everyone was like, whoa, how many, this isn't really spoilers, episodes are we going to watch before something happens? In the last episode, something happened. I'm not spoiling it, but that was crazy. It was crazy, and now I'm hooked. Now, because it's real, I'm like, yeah, interested. No idea where it's going to go. Is it still going to be a mess? Whatever. All I know is, hey, Ryan Murphy, you did something different. It's exciting. Cool. Cool. What do you have against cannibals? Said Chan Filester. You know, this is one of those things, you know, lots of people are into illegal things. It doesn't mean that they necessarily do it. I guess it's like, are you just like a fetishizing cannibal, or are you a practicing cannibal? Because even if somebody consents to it, where's the line? There was a famous court case that I studied when I was a law student called Brown v. Brown about 2 elderly people who wanted to erotically tattoo each other because they were in love with each other. Very romantic, elderly couple, want to leave a mark on each other physically because they love each other. So what they got was they got like a cattle brand, an actual cow stamp, a cattle brand, and they branded each other to show their love for each other. I don't know why or whatever. And the reason this is a law case that people study when they're at law school is how far can you go when you consent to something? can you consent to somebody literally cattle stamping you? Who knows? And they were talking about that, and they decided that's not okay. I think the line is like tattoos are fine because they don't cause any it's like a bit of harm or whatever. I think it's either EH or GBH, and that's when it crosses the line. So I think that we can talk about the ethics of cannibalism all day, but illegal, you just can't really go wrong with that. 7 years of pin-off. Yeah, Leah. I think with pin-off, I wish we just did one in the first year so that it was like annual every year. But darn us, we just pumped them out the first couple of years, didn't we? Who knows? Say hi to Stella and Molly, please. What up? Stella and Mol. How you doing? Thank you for making me smile, said Zoe in the fairy lights. Aww, you fairy light freak. Lana Wowdown and Phil said, see you in LA, loser. Yeah! If you just came to this thing, come see us in LA. Look at my tweet, hashtag Dapgoose. Tweeted the event. There we go. We just pumped them out, wink face. Pause. Bed sheets in the wash. I had a bad day, but you made me smile. Aw, thanks, Mika Lamoro 12. You made me smile. Can you say literally? I can, Ollie the Insomniac, or is it literally? A lot of British people say literally, but that's not correct, is it? It's not literally, it's literally. Enunciate, people. Spooky week, yes, Mike Cipriano. Spooky week is coming tomorrow. Look forward to the scary games coming. I just made an amazing sandwich. Just you saying that made me hungry. I really want an amazing sandwich. That sounds so good. It's like a really mayonnaise-y sandwich. What did you think of The Walking Dead? Are we talking about that? Okay, if you haven't watched The Walking Dead, I'm not going to spoil it with voice, but you shouldn't read the chat for like 5 minutes. Wow. The Walking Dead. It's already happened. Read the chat if you don't want to get spoiled. That was the most violent, disturbing, and harrowing episode of TV I have ever seen. And I'm trying to remember all the movies that I've watched. But it's like, this isn't a spoiler. When a character you love dies, even if they die in a not particularly dramatic way, it's so much more horrifying than just like a violent death. Like, I've seen so many horror movies where people get like their insides ripped out, and it's like, okay, yeah, gross, but you don't really care because you've just been watching them for an hour. I'm going to say in the Mountain and the Viper episode of Game of Thrones with the the head crushing, I was so profoundly disturbed by that episode of Game of Thrones when there's so many more violent things in that, but because I was so in love with the character, it only showed violence for a bit, but it was so shocking and so horrible, and then so traumatizing that his sister was crying, that I was left in a state of, like, shock and despair for, like, 2 days afterwards, and I was like, this is it. Game of Thrones is really violent, but this is the most horrible thing that will ever be on TV. But then The Walking Dead just one-upped it. Literally just one-upped it. What happened, and it wasn't even just, I was surprised by the amount of violence that they showed, the fact that they lingered on it, and just the detail that they went to. Everyone's like, the eye, it was gross. It was definitely one of the most gross things I've ever seen. But what made it so emotionally disturbing and distressing was the talking while it was happening. That was like literally the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. I think it might literally be the most messed up thing I've ever seen. And I am just so shocked that, do you know how many people watch The Walking Dead? There's like 100 million people that watch it around the world, and it's like, oh my god, AMC, you did that? You did that? You went there? I am shocked. I am shook. I don't even know, like, I think it was like I didn't hate it. Like, Phil hated it. Like, so many people I know hate it. People I know are like, I'm going to stop walking The Walking Dead because I'm, like, too disturbed. Like, I accept that, you know, I think it's quite interesting for people to just push the boat and be as offensive as possible just for the sake of doing it. Like, why not? It's art, whatever. And I understand that it's, you know, the rest of the season, and that it's just making the revenge sweet when it happens. But it wasn't fun. But the one thing I will say is that at the end of the episode, when he was like, oh, what did you picture? Just Sunday roasts, holding hands around a dinner table. And it's like, you know, what I get from The Walking Dead is that it's so horrible and depressing that it makes your real life seem okay. So, there we go. Hashtag, don't get Phil. Why do you always say this every time? Phil will never get me. I will never get Phil. You're not. Do you think Phil has time for you, plebs? Do you know who you're talking about? Phil doesn't want to take time out of his Tuesday evening to talk to you losers. How narcissistic. You think that Phil wants to come over here and read this chat? Wow. Honestly, you need to get it together. Can you help me write my essay? Maddie. Okay. Literally. What you're scared of is the massive mountain of work that's ahead of you when you need to write this essay. So write the title, okay? Then think about what the point you're making in the essay is about, and then just write the start. Say, in this essay, I will prove that blah, 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 and then stop, and then go on Tumblr. Just tell yourself you will write the first sentence, then you'll go on Tumblr, then you'll go on Twitter, and then you'll stop it. Like, do that, okay? And then what you'll do is, once you start that, you'll just continue for a bit, and then you can finish the rest of the paragraph. So literally, the reason why you don't even want to start the essay, people that have got essays and homework to do, is because you're like, oh, I've got so much to do, I can't be able to do it right now. So just say to yourself, I'll just write the title, I'll just write the first sentence, I will literally just write the first paragraph where I set out my argument, make the first point, and then pause. And then if you do that, then you'll magically just start it. You'll just randomly start it. Random mod, LMFAO said wonderfully, Rachel. Shout out to the YouNow, Bright Red. Report me for nudity, everybody. It could just happen at any moment. Honestly, you need to, if your grandma's watching this with you, you need to watch out. I could flash. I heard you did Tatnut for the place where the Beatles played. What was it like, said Grace the fanboy. Yeah, you know, I can't remember what it was, but it was a place in America. You know, the Beatles' first ever TV performance, you know, the really famous one that started Beatlemania in the USA that everyone shows on all these programs, we performed on that stage. And it was crazy because it looks exactly the same with like the same weird like turquoise walls. And people signed the things, and they had the brick where the Beatles signed the wall outside the dressing room, and they'd framed it in glass. So that was cool. And, you know, forget all the other people that performed there. They made the entire dressing room Beatles. So I was like, imagine if like David Bowie or like Aretha Franklin came into here to perform afterwards, which I'm sure they did, but then the entire room was just like Ringo Starr themed. They must have been like, please. But yeah, my cat is black like your sad soul, said Serena. You found my familiar. Post it to me. And then the moderator said, users who continue to false report will be removed. I take that. Do not do that. The YouNow moderator is red, they're angry, and they are going to slap you up, so do not mess around. They literally just warned you. Whoops, Diana is not cool, said roast me please. You're the one person that doesn't need to change their branding, because you got it just right. Tried to pronounce my name, said Sayuni. Is it pronounced Sayuni? I hope so. Give my dog a nickname. I don't know what your dog is called. Just call it Little Borka. That's an appropriate one. Who's in the box now? It's Sabrina. And then it's... Oh my god, I just clicked on Sabrina's profile. I nearly closed the page. Two passions. And Burp. Then Nick Di Giacomo. Then Merrywell. What up? Dan, you be breaking the site. I've got them there. EU web celeb is so bad, please refrain. I'm just saying that because that's something people use a lot, isn't it? It is gross. Speaking of gross words, YouTube have made a video that was just for internal use that's like about YouTubers and their audiences, and they used a clip of me and Phil in it, and they were like, we're just using this but we might upload it. And I'm just warning you, if you see this on some random obscure YouTube channel, that they use the F word, fans. And again, this is the 5th time I've explained this, but I'll do it again because it's interesting and there's nothing wrong with it. YouTube, a lot of people, especially the salty fucks that have been on it for a long time, those cynical old schoolers, are like, YouTube is a community. So they don't like the word fan because, you know, creators and the communities that support them in the YouTube community in general, we shouldn't be seen as like celebrities on pedestals and fans. Not that that is, you know, how people usually see the relationship, but they want to see it as like a you know, collaborative community where we're all in it together. But the thing is, a lot of old people that don't understand YouTube, they don't get that, they don't understand that. You try to be like, on YouTube, we prefer to say community and audience and followers. Old people don't get that. But if you're YouTube trying to talk to old people and you say fans, they go, oh, right, we know what a fan is. So I think it's sad, but you just need to accept that whenever anyone's trying to explain something to old people, they will label everybody as like fans and celebrities, which is so gross that it makes you want to projectile vomit. But blame old people, to be honest. Let's all just look forward to a world where they're all dead and we're the old people. Can you imagine when we're the old people? And then what will the young people be like if the next? They'll be so ironic. There'll be like 10 layers of irony, and they'll just be like French to each other because English is just so lame and cringe. I'm going to be blurry face for Halloween. Nice! Don't wear a scarf, otherwise that's just going to cover it up, isn't it? What's your favourite Starbucks drink at TM? Yeah, Phil keeps buying pumpkin spice lattes and they're a bit gross. Like, they're just so sweet. They're so sweet. I mean, okay, sorry. I know you're married to a pumpkin spice latte, like a pumpkin spice latte is like and you're going to fight me and unsubscribe, but they're so sugary. I literally feel like I'm taking drugs. I'm like, here we go, let's have a go. Whoa, syrup! Intense. I feel like I need a half shot of the syrup. It's just too much. Phil's sweet tooth is insatiable. He's like, I'm gonna have a pumpkin spice latte, I'm gonna get a cookie, and I'm just gonna fucking like dip it. I'm just gonna like shove it in my face. Somebody stop that. He's just crazy. Jeff Rocky is now number 1 up. You should set your scary icon as Doot. That's one suggestion. Yep. I just put it in my bio. You are a Radio 1 Teen Award winner, Tigger Violet. Be proud of it. Please notice me, senpai. Good selection of emoji, fairy scientist. What up? Need to stop saying what up, don't I? Doctor Strange! I'll talk about that. No one even, like, asked. Whatever. So, Disney invited a bunch of people to go to screening, didn't have a premiere, basically the same thing, of Doctor Strange, the new Marvel MCU comic book superhero movie, starring Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. And it was really good. It was really good. If you are in the Marvel fan, you're obsessed with the MCU, you're gonna go watch it anyway, so why do you care about my opinion? You'll love it. If you are a Cumberbitch, the worst, that's worse than web celeb, whatever, Cumberstalker, obviously you're gonna go watch it anyway. You'll love it. If you're somebody that likes a good movie, then I think you'd like it. I mean, obviously it's a comic book movie. It's not completely serious. It's a bit silly. It's far-fetched and fantastical and magical. But it's good. It's not like... I would say that Captain America 2 and 3 and Avengers 1 are 5-star movies. I'd really say like The Winter Soldier is like a 5-star movie. It's like life-changingly, shakingly incredible. Doctor Strange isn't as good as Winter Soldier, but for, you know, a side, not one of the main Avengers Marvel movies, it's really good. Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing. Honestly, so if you don't know what Doctor Strange is, basically Benedict, and this isn't a Benedict Cumberbatch is a surgeon. He's a brain surgeon, a really ambitious, world-leading brain surgeon who's a bit of a dick because he's really big-headed. And a thing happens, and he turns to Eastern medicine and philosophy to discover the secrets about life, when he discovers a mystical kind of cult of people with special powers, and then he becomes a superhero, blah, blah, blah. And it's really cool. The best half an hour is just watching Benedict Cumberbatch be a really rich doctor, to be honest. It's just like the most amazing Sherlock AU where he's American. And I love Rachel McAdams, who's in it. And the special effects are really good. How many stars out of 6? 6? What's wrong with you? I'd say it's a solid 4 stars, and I think you should watch it. I dressed up as Dill for Comic-Con, bunny knickers, a heart shirt. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, how does one survive? Please help. Tesco value food. That's how I did it for a year. Tesco value bread. That's all you need. Tesco value bread and tortilla chips. And don't drink too much alcohol. And go to all of your lectures. It's very easy to think that they're optional, but you should go, even if you kind of doze through them. You should. And, you know, go on forums and Facebook and stuff. I'm sleeping in the airport to see Dap Goose. That's cool. Thank you, Shan. I'm seeing 21 Pilots on Halloween. That's cool. You're gonna have a good time. They are a good live band. For def. What do you think of the Nintendo Switch? I think it's cool. I think that it's what the Wii U should have been. I'm like, what even was the Wii U? I don't know. I'm gonna get it just for the new Mario Kart. For real. Why am I wasting my time on you? I don't know, Katrin. You could be making toast right now. Like, what's wrong with you? Get your life in order. I'm dressing up as Barb for Stranger Things. Someone needs to remember Barb, Megan. You do you. Europe, said Yankee. Europe. Would anybody here like me to talk about Europe? Buddy? Is that a thing that anyone's interesting? Peppa Pig is the devil, according to my mum's friend, said, can you just shut up? That's quite a conspiracy right there. Okay. It is nearly, in fact it's past, the year anniversary of Hatanoff. And ever since Hatanoff started, we've wanted to take it to as many places as possible. And this is really hard, because me and Phil are doing it ourselves. And you know, we have a team of people that are helping us, but we don't have like some huge record label, and we're YouTubers. And the thing is, YouTube, it's still new. So when YouTubers that aren't like T-medians or, you know, a big Andrew Lloyd Webber musical want to book theatres for a show, they don't believe you. They don't know who you are, and it's so hard. It makes you realise that whilst we might think that, you know, YouTube is old news in the world of social media, old people, they don't get it. So it took us, you know, 6 months to get America, and we have been working on getting Europe for so long. And the thing is, the hard about it is that you call a theatre in France, and we're like, we want to book a theatre for just one day. And they're like, we don't do that, that's a waste of our time. We've got caps coming in a month. Go away. So, you know, we thought that it would never be possible because it's just too hard. You know, the door is closed. There's an iron ceiling above YouTubers. But we have managed to book a few dates in Europe this November, and we hope to put the tickets on sale probably Friday this week, if not on the weekend. And as I said, we've been trying for over a year to get people to book shows, and I promise you, we have tried so hard, but it's now or never. So we are going to Dublin in Ireland, Berlin in Germany, and Stockholm in Sweden, which is hopefully close enough to England and Ireland and Northern Ireland, and Germany close enough to the surrounding countries, and Stockholm for the surrounding ones up there. So if you live in Dublin or Stockholm or somewhere near, then we will be putting tickets Tatinoff, technically, on Friday. So this is an exclusive for the thing Amsterdam SMH. We tried Sasha, they said no. We tried France, we tried Spain, we tried everywhere. This is what we could get. You know, in 5 years, when we'll trust YouTube, I'm sure we can go to every town in the world. We even tried Manila. We really seriously tried Manila. Like, honestly, we tried everything. And this is it. So, if you want to come see us, Berlin, Dublin, Stockholm. It's going to be danisnotonfire.com on Friday. We will tweet it, Facebook it, Instagram it, Tumblr it, whatever. And it's probably Friday, hopefully. We're just kind of trying to get all the venue websites to promise at the same time. So if you've known any friends that are in the countries or surrounding areas that aren't watching this live show, plant the seed! But we'll be tweeting about it and probably mentioning it in a video. So that's that, and it'll be quite fun, because now that the tour is out, it'll be quite funny to see how it's different, because the whole time we've been doing Tatinoff, the whole thing is a surprise. But now some of the people going might have seen it. Like, literally, will people in Dublin be singing along to The Internet Is Here in the audience, now that that's just, like, out there, and I don't know. Maybe instead of it being, like, a comedy surprise at the end of the stage show, it'll be, like, a Dan and Phil gig. So who knows? Yeah, that'll be cool. The dates are all on either school holidays or weekends, and they are in the second half of November, one in December for Stockholm. So look forward to that. Tatinoff Europe. We've been trying for a year, and now it's technically happening. I wish we could have come to Brazil, Antarctica. We can't go to everywhere in the world. We tried though, I promise you. But the thing is, me and Phil, by doing the stage show, we've actually opened the door for other YouTubers. Like, American Tatinoff nearly didn't even happen. It's so crazy. So, you know, me and Phil, we really are on the forefront of people from the internet trying to do traditional stuff. And every epic struggle that we go through here means that a YouTuber in 2 years' time will just be like, hey, sure, give me the house. And they'll be like, okay. So there we go. Can you say hi to Janine and Bella? What up, Yella? Is that okay that I just did that? Sorry. Thank you so much. That's okay, sassy mellet. Hope you enjoy it. Dill's honeymoon was a thing. I've been like ignoring everybody talking about that. Yeah, there's a new video on the gaming channel, Dill's honeymoon, which was really good. Again, like, there were a couple weird things, but like, it was just fun. It was just like a pleasant watch. Do you agree, people who watch Dill's honeymoon? It was a great honeymoon. I feel like if anybody in real life had that experience, it'd just be like a good honeymoon that they can take that selfie, print it off, stick it on their fridge. I'm like happy for Dill and Tabitha. It was like a good day. So if you need some happiness in your life, because everything's keeping you down, always Dill. Black Mirror, said Michael W. Yeah, me and Phil are going to start watching Black Mirror. We've got like 2 episodes of a show left that we're watching, and then we're going to watch Black Mirror. We don't know whether to watch it all in one block, or whether to watch like one a week, because the thing is, if you don't know what Black Mirror is, a British TV show by a cool guy called Charlie Brooker, and they're like single episodes that are all different. It's not like a series. And every episode is like a mini movie about some like horrifying alternate universe where robots take over, or people can replay memories and people know when they're cheating on each other, and it's just like horrible dystopian universes, but it's like amazing, and it just got recommissioned by Netflix and it's really good. So we don't know whether to watch 1 episode a week and then just emotionally process it, or to binge it, which we're worrying might mess us up, because that, you know, just watching like a bunch of dystopian movies might be a bit too much for the old brain. Said it was great. That's cool. I'm sure it will be. Black Mirror. It's one of the best things there is. I went to Brighton at the weekend. Marzia and kind of joint Felix PewDiePie's birthday, Downton, which was fun. I think Phil in his last live show ranted about how it took us like 2 hours to get there because of leaves falling on the train tracks. Literally like the worst day of my life. Marzia, which I think Phil also said, is literally the best host ever, and it makes you just want to never have friends over to your house ever again, because it was her birthday, okay? We went round to her house for her birthday, and she's such a good host that she gave everybody gifts when they arrived. So she gave everybody socks, and the socks that I'm sporting today are these extra long Frenchy socks. Check these out. Oh yeah. Bit of Dan lag there. Nobody asked for that. Now's the time to flag Dan. Don't do that. They're gonna hit you with the ban hammer. Yeah. So that was super fun. Watched a movie, ate some popcorn. We played a game called Pass the Bomb, and Felix's dog Edgar freaked out, and it was the funniest thing ever. I love dogs. Felix and Marzia's pugs are life. They're the best thing ever. Wonderfully Rachel said roast me. Wow, big-headed much. Wonderfully Rachel. But everyone says like, please go away, I hate you Rachel, back. Talk about Attack on Titan, said McKenna. Is that ever coming back? Who knows? It will one day and it'll be good. It'll be good. Because it's the best. And everyone's breaking out those pug stickers down in the chat. Yes! Yes! And look at this confetti from Johnny Rocker. Thank you. Beautiful confetti. Reminds me of the stage show. Talk about The Walking Dead. I need, like, therapy for The Walking Dead. Like, literally, it's too much. It's too much. Chan, did you watch Black Mirror? We will. We will. D-dubs. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll rant about it when it happens. Pin-up date. It'll be sometime in November, as always. Look forward to that. See, you know, with this video of what would happen in the bit of Tatanoff if you choose Pirate Space and Cake. But people on my channel seem to want me to just go back to, you know, they can't handle 3 weeks of other stuff. They need a reason to fail right now. So now I'm like scared to upload it. You need to have like a war with this community and decide whether you want these cake video or whether people are like, seven years of videos is too much because now the last 3 weeks stage show. It's so important to Dan and Phil. It's just too much. It's just too much. I can't handle it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right. Can you say hey to me, Ellie and Molly? What up, Ellie and Molly? Pen-off anniversary. It's coming. It's coming. It'll happen in November. Oh my god. Can you cry underwater, Dan? Yeah, you can. You just wouldn't notice it really, unless it would make like weird air bubbles when it comes out. Another person asked about my favourite Starbucks drink. I'm more of an eggnog person, to be honest. To be honest, if I can be so crazy to do that, I'm going to a scary theme park. Help me! I would love to go to Universal Horror Nights. At Thorpe Park Fright Night, which is where they open the theme park, Thorpe Park in the UK, but all the rides are open at night time and it's scary and there's horror mazes. The thing is about England is it's really rough and you just get like stabbed going outside all the time. And Thorpe Park is near a place called Staines, which is a very rough place. So when I went to this Fright Night at the theme park, people were letting off fireworks inside the bus shelters as they were leaving. So I'm kind of like traumatized to not go back. But it was really fun. It was incredibly fun. I recommend it. Just be prepared for some out-of-control seasonal bants. The Sims musical chair stressed me out. What was up with that, Abby? I don't know, but Tabitha, she got her way. She stood up for herself and she made sure that she had a good honeymoon and she was an inspiration for all of us. Indeed. John said, I can fly from the Isle of Man to Dublin and finally watch Tatanoff. Yes! That's, you know, I think Dublin, Berlin, Stockholm, they're quite, you know, close to England, Central and Scandinavia. So hopefully that's okay. I hope you have a good time. You should Dap Goose. We could bring Dap Goose anywhere. We're just doing it in America and the UK because the book publishers want us to, but it's going on YouTube, so don't worry. You can get involved on the internet. But if you live in LA and you want to come see us IRL, I think there's some tickets left, so it's just the price of a book. It's the price of a signed book, and that's it, and you get to come see the event. Chocolate golf balls, said Molly. Yeah, they were gross. Phil bought lint golf balls. Or did I buy them? Did I buy them? I don't remember. They were like lint chocolates in the shape of golf balls. I think lint is trying to appeal to men. You know how Coke is like Diet Coke's for girls and Coke Zero's for boys? This is why you need to destroy gender roles. You've got all of these drinks for no reason. I mean, it's just stupid. So then we're like, what if men that like chocolate find Lindor too girly? We need like a man sport version, so we're going to make lint golf balls. But they were like this big, and me and Phil like nearly puked after eating them. So, I mean, if you have an insane sweet tooth, recommend it, whoa. And then tomorrow, the Bake Off final. Wow, I'm going to be crying all over the place, probably. I think I want Candice to win, although I would be happy if Jane or Andrew won, because they are just lovely, lovely people. This has been my favourite season of Bake Off, and it's just so pure. So much like the Sims video, if life's keeping you down, the Great Bake Off is just the best show. It's so pure, and it needs to be treasured, and it's just so honest and beautiful. Yeah, I look forward to that, and it's gonna make me a mess. It's gonna make me a mess. So I look forward to that. It was my birthday yesterday, said Ron, you stop. Enjoy that. I hope it was a good time. Thoughts on 11? 11, good character, iconic, good show. Shameless, recommend it. What time is it in Great Britain, said Brittany? It's 22:02. Time for Dan to eat, because it's 10 o'clock and I haven't had dinner yet. I'm dying. I'm dying. So I feel like it's exciting times. Quite a lot's happening. We uploaded a game note, Dylan Tabitha's Honeymoon. If you haven't watched that, go watch it. If you haven't watched the Tatanoff documentary, Phil uploaded Whoa, a funny part of it, the tour bus tour, onto the YouTube channel. Amazing. I uploaded a weird virtual reality 360 video. If you want to see how freakishly tall I am in real life, then you can watch that on danisnotonfire. Freak yourself out. And then Spooky Week is tomorrow. So from tomorrow, the spookiness begins. Look forward to that. And then, yeah, Dap Goose book event in LA. Get tickets to that on my Twitter. Tatanoff Europe, probably this Friday. Dublin, Stockholm, and spread the word. It's fun. So I hope you're all good. I hope you're all warm and safe. Take a moment to watch a pleasant TV show. A bit of a sim that will take you away from it all, because there's nothing wrong with that. It's just nice. And, you know, if that doesn't work, then being absolutely terrified from the gaming videos that we're going to upload for the next week should do that for you. I hope you're good, and I'll see you. Bye.